The discovery phase is all about defining the problem that needs to be solved for your audience. Without a well-defined problem, it's hard to know what your goal is or how you'll know when you've solved it. It might also be difficult to explain to stakeholders or other team members exactly what you're trying to achieve. We all need a goal. And when it comes to design thinking workshops, it's essential that the team is united by tackling the same problem. One way to identify and frame a problem is to turn it into a statement. A problem statement is a concise sentence, or maybe two, that identifies the gap between the current state and the desired state. It needs to focus on the user and be actionable. It works best when the team comes up with it together.
Thankfully, Canva has a template that is perfect for identifying the problem in a workshop setting. Simply type in problem statement in the search field. Let's choose this one. Share the presentation with your team by adding their names in or by making it public and sending them a link. Team members can grab one of these sticky notes and copy it by holding down the Option or Alt key and dragging it to the column they need. They just double-click on the text to add their thoughts. Because everyone is working on the same document, you can add your own sticky notes to supplement the thoughts of others. Ask questions by selecting the sticky note and adding a comment. You can access these from the floating toolbar here on the right. You can see if someone has left a comment because there's a little icon next to the element with either your initials or photo, depending on how you've set up your account. As you can see, it's starting to fill up pretty quickly. If you run out of room, simply right-click on the document background and select Expand to Whiteboard. You can also click on the three dots in Thumbnails and you'll see the option there as well. Now you have all the space you could ever hope for. To navigate your new space, simply pinch to zoom in and out and scroll to move around the whiteboard. You can also easily see where your teammates are and the magic they're creating with real-time mouse pointers. Expand to Whiteboard is a great feature that makes sure you never run out of space for you and your team's great ideas. When you feel you have enough ideas, you can start grouping them by dragging them over to other similar concepts. Ideally, you're looking for one problem statement to take into the next stage. One feature I love on the whiteboard is the stickers and the whiteboard graphics. These are perfect for showing appreciation for someone else's idea or running a voting session with your team. Click on the See All and drag and drop them next to the idea that gets your vote. Don't forget you have a timer function here as well. Set a time for brainstorming, a time for voting, and a time for grouping. This will help you keep on time and signal to everyone participating that they need to focus on this specific task.
In a design thinking workshop, this activity can be incredibly powerful to align everyone in the room or on the call. It's the reason why you're doing something. If you're all aligned on the why, it's going to make the next step really, really easy. To really nail the problem together, try and answer these questions. What outcome does the audience want? Why do they want it? And what's stopping them from achieving it? Now, there is a good chance you might end up with more than one problem to work on, and this is a great outcome. It's better to know the problems than be blindsided by them. The facilitator is going to need to decide which problem to take to the next stage. Or, depending on the size of the group, you may decide to split everyone into smaller teams that can work on different problems. So far, this workshop's going really great. We've worked out who we're creating for and the why. At this point, it's worth reiterating that making sure that the problem statement we've decided upon fits the persona or the personas. This is the beauty of the design thinking process. It's iterative, and you are constantly checking back and testing your assumptions before moving on. You can always go back a step if something isn't fitting. And once everyone is happy and aligned, it's worth taking a break before we embark on the next phase. When you're ready to learn about step 3 of the design thinking process, make sure you check out our next video, which is all about ideation. And if you want to have a play in Canva and practice some of the skills you've just learnt, we've got a little workbook. Scan the QR code here or click in the link in the comments. And you'll get a few exercises, which is really a great way to jump into the editor and really build that muscle memory.